We all have teeth, some are just a little weirder than others, and so we found some of the craziest videos across the web and TikTok to see exactly what these weird teeth are all about. Okay, looks like we're doing some whitening here. Usually we do this type of stuff right here to protect the teeth from whitening. It also looks like this person got this done after they're cleaning because they are bleeding a little bit down here, which is interesting because, you know, you would think maybe you should focus on cleaning your teeth first before you start whitening them. But, you know, that being said, we got to protect the teeth from the bleach here. And so what they're doing is just using it as a protective layer against that bleach or that hydrogen peroxide. This is normally done when there's a very high powered bleach, because if you put on this high powered bleach and you don't have that protective, your gums will actually turn white. And this is actually what happens when your gums turn white from bleaching. Looks pretty weird. Looks like after the bleach, I mean, it looks like it got a lot whiter for sure. Normally stuff like this at your dental office takes quite a while. It takes about 30 minutes to an hour where you're sitting there, and you can also become really sensitive. Actually, I recommend people, instead of spending like 500 bucks on this, just go spend like 30-40 bucks on a box of Crest white strips from Walmart and get it done in about a week. You just have to spend 15 minutes a day whitening instead of, you know, 1 hour all at once, but you get the same results and it's way cheaper. Alrighty, what do we got going on here? Chick is just, he's pulling something out. Oh! What are you doing?
Oh, gross.
Dude, that is gross. What the heck is going on with that one?
Oh my god.
That is, so more than likely what I'm guessing is she got her wisdom teeth out. And so they have these sockets and they have to put this gauze and band-aids in there. And yeah, so they're pulling it out from the other side too. So they're basically removing the band-aids, and it could be a potential, you know, clot or something in there too. I don't know. It probably smells terrible. Am I the only one with teeth growing out of my gums? Let's see that. Holy fangs, Batman. Yeah, literally, this is just somebody who had a lot of crowding of their teeth, and these canines had nowhere to go because they're the last teeth to come in. And so if you're already crowded up, you know, they either come in and everything gets really crowded. They can get stuck up in the front and they stick out like these little fangs, or they can get stuck and impacted inside where you can't see them, and then we have to open space and then drop them down in. So she's lucky that they at least came in, because at least we don't have to go get them. So literally brushing 2 times a day with mouthwash, and they gave me, bro, why are my teeth so bad? Are you brushing? Let's see here. So it looks to me like obviously you see some staining, some darkness, maybe even a cavity back here. And although I will say some people genetically have more bacterial load in their mouths and they can get cavities easier. In fact, you have different bacteria that cause cavities and cause periodontitis or the gum issues. And your mom or dad gave you one of those as a kid. You could have both, you could have one, you could have the other. So some people are genetically more predisposed to getting cavities than others. But that being said, if you're flossing and brushing your teeth and taking care of yourself, you're not going to look like this. So more than likely, she's probably just lying. That's my guess. Unfortunately, it's true. I felt something funny what happened in my lower permanent. What the heck are you doing? You've broken your permanent retainer, which is why we don't call them permanent retainers, actually, because they're not permanent. They will break, as you can see.
I popped that sucker out.
Of course, because that's the next step. If it's broken, you might as well break it all the way. And this is why I don't do a lot of these permanent retainers, because they're not permanent. They're bonded retainers. And they will break eventually, and you're probably not going to notice, and your teeth are going to shift. And then you're going to come to me and say, hey, I want to get braces back on to fix it, because my retainers only retain. How long do you think that was broken for? So yeah, that's the other thing too. She said, I can't feel my bottom teeth in a years, and it's because, you know, you have something there. It makes it harder to clean. You cause more periodontal issues, more gum issues, more bone loss issues, all because you decided you were too lazy to wear a regular clear retainer in bed.
This patient is 4 years old and has
gosh.
multiple cavities on almost every surface of every tooth. You can see that.
It's crazy. You think those are hot Cheetos, but those are actually cavities. Could be from baby bottle caries, or probably just Mountain Dew mouth is what we call it in kids. If you have a baby bottle in a kid and they're just basically sleeping with this milk, it will actually completely dissolve away the teeth till they're just mush. And then here you can really tell that these cavities are more from acidic erosion and things like that. So more than likely he drinks a lot of sodas, Mountain Dew, do, things like that, and he has never brushed his teeth. Unfortunately,
on the-
that's what happens in kids, is you just completely ruin all, and these are permanent teeth, which really sucks because, you know, you get a lot of these front permanent teeth as a kid, and so even at 6 years old, you've got a lot of permanent teeth still in the front that you can ruin. It's unfortunate, but that kid is gonna have issues with those for life because he has Mountain Dew mouth.
This patient will need extensive dental treatment.
It's gonna need a lot of dental work to basically fix that, and that sucks. Okay, yeah, just a little loose crown, not too big a deal. So, hey, first of all, he's like, hey, my crown's loose. Why don't you go in there with the plier and rip it out, please? That's what they're doing. They're just pulling it off. Oh, is the whole tooth broken? Let's see what happens. Oh, no. The crown's not loose. Or is the crown loose? Or is the tooth? What the heck? The whole tooth came off. Yeah, that happens sometimes. So basically what happened is they broke the tooth off, or it got decayed inside and you didn't notice. See all this black, this all decay. And so it broke the tooth right on the edge. And so they're like, hey, my crown is loose. No, you broke your tooth in half. And the top of your tooth is just it's off. It's off. Stop popping your teeth out. It's gross. Hey, we're Flipper Gang at? Where's the Flipper Gang at? Because there's tons of you guys out there. Because if you're younger than 18, you can't get implants or permanent replacements of those missing teeth. In fact, these lateral teeth are the #1 missing teeth in kids. We see it all the time. And so when you're missing teeth like that, we got to replace it with something. So you give them a flipper, and you know, you got to take it out to eat and do things like, you know, TikToks. All right, when you have a big space between your teeth. Oh my gosh, bro, dude, talk about a calculus bridge. That's what I'm talking about. So there's a couple cool things about this one. Is so you see how these teeth are lean towards each other? Normally that happens whenever you have, you know, a missing tooth. You know, you have a tooth pulled and those teeth will actually kind of fall towards each other. And if you have a big gap like that from crowding or a missing tooth or whatever it is, you can get food and stuff stuck in there all the time. And then once that happens, I mean, you can gain that calculus. Although I feel like you should know if your whole entire tooth is full of calculus. Wouldn't you feel something between your teeth at that point? All right, what do we got here? Watch me remove this spike in calculus. Oh my gosh, dude, look at the freaking cheese on that thing. That is some heavy tartar calculus. So it builds up right here in a small layer. We're talking thin layer. And every day this layer just, it's like, it's like 3D printing calculus on your teeth. And then over time it gets so big. This person has not brushed their lower teeth in probably 10 years. That's a lot of calculus. So let's see what happens when they pop it off. Dude, this has got to be the most satisfying thing. Tell me you wouldn't like to do this. We need a new play school game set of like tartar removal. That should be the new thing. I bet you she felt so clean after that. Also, she'll probably have very loose teeth because that thing causes bone loss and periodontitis. The bone will probably drop. The teeth are all wiggly. And so a lot of the times the calculus bridge is what the only thing holding it together. Teeth removal is the worst. Oh, she got the teeth off with the braces. You know, nowadays we don't have to do much teeth removal in braces. Just so you guys know, I want you to know, if you are using old school brackets and your orthodontist is telling you need 4 teeth out and you don't feel like your teeth are that crowded, you should probably go get another orthodontist's opinion on it. Now, some people do need their teeth out. If you have a ton of crowded and you look crazy in there, you're probably gonna need some teeth out. But if you don't look that crazy, you probably don't need teeth out. Just come to me, I'll fix it. So she had to get teeth out for whatever reason. It looks like she's not having the best. So yeah, it looks like they removed the upper 4s, probably the lower 4s as well. I don't know. Normally they do that to try and pull things back and get you in a little bit of a better position, but a lot of extractions are just unneeded these days. And it's because they taught you back in the old school days to do that. It's like almost like you're using a dial phone, you know, versus an iPhone. But you know what? The old dial phone still dials the number and you can still talk to somebody. You just can't run a calculator in games in 4K. You know what I'm saying? I hate my teeth. I brush them every day and night. I don't know how to get them white, and someone help me. Okay, first off, I don't think you need to focus on whitening your teeth right now, buddy, because you got some mad calculus sitting here on the back. And he makes a good point because he's saying, can you help me get this extra thick stuff off, please? And that's a really good point because the gunk on your teeth is soft at first. It's called plaque. You can brush it off, you can floss it off. It will be removed easily. But the second you let it go for about 48 hours, it will harden into this hard white stuff. Now, a thin layer at first, and then it'll get bigger and bigger as you've seen. But once it hardens into this, the only way to get it off is with a scaler. So how to get it off? Go to your dental cleaning, and that's how you'll get that off. And then we can talk about whitening after. Okay, we got some more crazy teeth there. Jesus. Okay, so looking at these, they look really perfect, right? And so one of two things either happen here. Either he got a full mouth of crowns all the way around, or what I suspect happened was that he actually got all of these teeth pulled. I think he got every single one of these teeth pulled, and then he got dentures. You can kind of see the line right here of where the bottom of the denture is. My guess is these are completely fake teeth. And although it looks better, I'm telling you guys, there is nothing better than real teeth. Because they have proprioception, you can feel you biting and all these things on your teeth. And if you have fake teeth, it just kind of feels like you're biting against plastic, and they shift, your bones dissolve, you have to get implants. Just keep your real teeth, please. You're young enough, I guarantee you can do it. Let's see what this girl says.
Braces.
Okay, you got braces.
Just know this could happen.
What the heck is that? What is that?
My floss is stuck on my bracket. It's actually like tight on my bracket.
Girl, you try and floss and then you just end up like that, huh? So you try and floss and you end up tying it around your bracket. How, Sway? I'll tell you how, because flossing with regular braces stink. I mean, you got to go threading up underneath it, and you got to like tie it on like 5 different knots, and you got to go up and down, and you got to do that 45 more times in between every single bracket, which is why we came up with the Something Nice Braces Floss Picks. Yes, I mean, even though they are my product and they're amazing, I do recommend you for these if you're doing braces. Basically, it's got this thin end here that actually goes up underneath the bracket, and then you can just floss. Really easy. It's super easy. I mean, you can just pop, go all the way around. Not only that, but we have the patent pending stuff that has never been done before on a braces floss pick. We added in a rubber band holder for you guys in braces that are using rubber bands to be able to put that in there. An amazing no poke pick that actually works. It's literally actually good. And we added in a tongue scraper into the end to clean your nasty tongue, because that's probably stinky too. While you're in there, you might as well clean that as well. Also, we added xylitol to the threads, so it's actually like a toothpaste between your teeth that causes anti-cavity. What can I say? Stop doing this crazy stuff and getting your floss tied up in your brackets, and get yourself some Something Nice floss picks. All right. Or even better, you can get our water flosser as well if that's your thing. It's got the easy fill up. We got touch capacitive up and down design. We got an Apple Watch style charger, and we've got a special slow mode to flush the braces, as well as the high power to actually floss between, so you don't even have to use the floss if you want to. So either get the floss picks or the water flosser, somethingnicecompany.com. You know what it is. I mean, I made it, so it's got to be awesome, right? Alrighty. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? First off, why you look like a cartoon character? My boy looks like I don't even know what cartoon character down below does this guy look like. For some reason, I was thinking one of the fairies off of Fairly Godparents, but I don't know. You let me know. He looks like something. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, so boy, I can see your teeth from a mile away. At least I'll never get lost. I mean, he's like a beacon. This is overly white in my opinion, but whatever makes you happy. It's not too big a deal. But the biggest thing here is the fact that he basically, instead of just getting veneers, which he should have gotten, he ended up getting crowns on every single one of his teeth, where they basically have shaved away every single one of his teeth, unfortunately, and pretty much ruined them, because they're now eventually going to get decay in life sometime. He's going to have to redo his crowns at some point, and now it's just a big hassle for him, where he could have just gotten braces and moved things around and then whitened them, or he could have gotten veneers, which is a little less invasive, only takes off a little bit versus a lot of it. Burn my gums and now they're white. Hey, we were talking about this earlier. Let's see it. Yeah, so I mean, we'll burn your gums. I mean, that's what we were talking about. You don't want to just have all this type of stuff on your gum tissue, because it will burn it a little bit. But luckily for you, this will go away really quickly. It's not that big of a deal. Just next time, it happens normally when they try and like squish it on there and they push it up into their gum tissue, and then that stuff gets all over the place. So, you gross, stop taking your teeth out on the internet. Oh my gosh. See, that's what I'm talking about. They look so real. They look so real. Yo, shout out to my lab techs out there, because you guys do a good job. I want you to think how many people you see on a daily basis that have completely fake teeth and you have no idea. Because I bet you it's a lot. Found a girl with a bigger gap tooth. Oh my gosh. Holy moly, I could drive a truck through that thing. Just kidding. I mean, I think gaps are kind of cool. Seems like she's pretty much vibing out with her stuff as well. So just like we have crowded teeth that are super crowded, we also have people with larger jaws and smaller teeth that have this gap in the middle. And this little bump here is actually called the nasopalatal foramen area. And so it's kind of like a frenulum that comes down here and kind of clefts there at that point. You can try and close these gaps up pretty good, but then this bunches up, and sometimes you gotta cut it off there to get that space closed. Man, that is a large gap though. Oh my gosh, what is that goopy looking thing? Okay, so this is decay. This is what it looks like. It's kind of the consistency of cheese, and you basically have to remove it. So he's just kind of removing it with a soft scaler first, and then he'll have to go in with the drill later and get the rest. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Holy Baba Jomoli. This gets crazier and crazier. So this person got a tonsillectomy. They got their tonsils removed. And this is basically what that burnt cauterized tissue looks like as it's healing. Super painful. If you accidentally cut these scabs or like you rip the scabs off by swallowing or something, you can actually bleed and like you can drown in your own blood. Yeah, so don't do that. Okay, so we got a little cavity here in the front. So they're going in with a slow speed burr first to basically open up. So all of these were cavities, right? They went in there with a burr to remove all the bacteria, the acid producing bacteria and all the decayed tissue. And you kind of end up with a nice clean hole like this. And then we have to etch it, we fill it, we put the glue in. I really enjoyed doing this stuff whenever I was in dental school because it's like a mini artist. All right, let's see this cleaning from start to finish because I love these cleanings. God, it's just so satisfying, guys. And you know what else is satisfying? It's you liking and subscribing. Also, make sure to check out somethingnicecompany.com, the best oral care products on the planet. I promise you I won't let you down. Also, watch this video. I think you might like it. All right, see you guys. Bye.